So just like that, the Six Nations is over, and a huge congrats to France for winning the Grand Slam. It's no easy task to win all games in the Six Nations. Every team has the ability to beat anyone on their day. Just look at Italy this weekend. What a win, and what a story for Italian rugby. For me, it kind of overshadowed the French win because it was such a shock to us all that Italy actually managed to beat Wales in Cardiff. And also a huge thanks to everyone for subscribing. We have actually officially hit 1,000 subscribers and hit the goal of reaching it before the conclusion of the Men's Six Nations. So I can't thank you all enough. What an achievement. I guess we're now on the road to 10,000 subscribers. But anyway, let's look at the final roundup of this year's Six Nations Fantasy, and then also the winner of the JG Rugby League at the end of the video. So stay tuned. So first of all, let's take a quick look at my team, and I know some of you may have had similar teams to mine. So looking at the front row, this may have been the best performance by a fantasy front row in all that I've seen. Xander Ferguson got 18 points, which I guess is probably standard for props now. But Ellis Genge absolutely smashed it. If anyone saw the game, they had Genge in the backfield when France kicked the ball, meaning that Genge would be carrying into the oncoming French defence. So he racked up so many metres from this. It honestly was so nice to see, especially from a fantasy perspective. And then Dan Sheehan just goes and gets man of the match, scoring a try as well. He was almost my highest scoring player if it weren't for Josh Adams. So I'm very pleased with my front row, which isn't something I usually say. And I guess quickly touching on the second row, well, it wasn't great at all. I should have put Italians in hindsight, but overall I was happy with all of my picks. So let's move on. In the back row, the standout was Van der Fleer, getting over for a try. Faletau was a huge disappointment, losing to Italy and not actually carrying that much, only really from receiving the kickoff. But no one was expecting an Italy win, so lots of others put all their eggs in the Wales basket. Aldrit was also a little disappointing with only 33 points. Francois Cross was probably the go-to pick on the back row for the French, having scored a try, but you can't predict it right all the time. With Aldrit being one of the standouts of the tournament, I can't even be mad. Dupont was amazing at scrum half with 73 points. Again, he performed so well all tournament. What a player he is. And with a try as well, that just topped it off for me. Sexton didn't actually perform as well as I hoped. Marcus Smith got a fair amount of points, more than him, so maybe I should have gone with him instead. But once again, it's over now and I'm happy with how my team's performed. And another try scorer in the centres with Fiku, with 61 points scored as well. But then Dante didn't quite reach those heights. However, 30 points isn't the end of the world. The back three for me could have been better, but everyone else had at least one of these players in. Zamet did alright in terms of points, seeing as though he didn't actually score a try. Adams was of course my best player, having scored a try, made a try-saving tackle and got man of the match. And the disappointment of the weekend was probably McNichol, because as a fullback against Italy, there was so much hope for you, and he didn't seem to do a great deal. Wales also brought him off early for Sheedy, which meant that Bigger moved to fullback, which was probably one of the worst mistakes in the game in my opinion. Hogg was probably the better pick to go with here. My bench was huge for me as well. Henschel came on and did a little bit for me, so I'm not mad with him, just over 30 points. Smith didn't have his best game, but still scored 63 points, so that tells you all you need to know about him. And Montejuani was absolutely sublime. Obviously, he got half points for me, but 93 points without a try is massive. So pleased with him, and definitely someone to look out for as a differential in the next fantasy series. So overall this week I scored 885 points, which was actually my highest scoring round of the tournament, so maybe that's why I'm in such good spirits. Now let's take a look at some of the leaderboards. So first of all, a massive congrats to Penny, who actually won the JG Rugby League for its inaugural year, with a total score of 4,409 points. Penny was over 200 points clear of anyone else. And in second place was actually Caniel, who actually reached out to me and said it's his first time on Fantasy Rugby. So massive congrats to Caniel as well. Plaudits also go out to Alex Dominant, Bapt, Kez and Jamie Mack, who was actually top for some time, but he still managed to finish strong. But of course, the congrats do go to Penny for winning the league. Penny also came third in the entire Six Nations Fantasy Rugby, which is absolutely crazy to see. I also noticed the winner was Alex Harley, who actually tunes into these videos as well. So if you're watching, Alex, a massive well done for winning the whole thing. I'm super happy and proud that I can make these videos and have an effect on you guys. If you're doing well, then I'm certainly happy. It doesn't matter if you guys beat me, which 23 of you did this year in the JG Rugby League. So thanks everyone for watching my Six Nations Fantasy videos this year. I will be bringing out the best 2022 Six Nations team later this weekend. And then the Women's Six Nations kicks off this weekend too. So if you're addicted to fantasy like me, then I'll be posting team selection videos just like I did for the men's. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. By the way, these cupcakes will be on sale in a supermarket near you very soon.